travel tech. We are a B2B business in most of the things that we do. We are actually one of the very biggest international provider of radio guiding systems for large tour operators. So
interesting. Okay, yeah.
Used by guides and stuff like that.
A lot of the hardware side.
Exactly.
Okay.
We do hardware, but we also do software. So, and in the software side, we have many solutions for self-guided tours. So we work with a lot of operators, on-off operators and tour providers everywhere in the world providing this type of solution, so they can basically create their own itineraries on a digital application that they can actually give to their customers. And we have also recently launched something that it's more like for the destination management companies for cities, which is a sort of a destination pass solutions. This is what we call it, and it's allowing the destinations to create digital passes, digital cards with everything embedded. So the content, the itineraries, but also the tickets, so they can connect directly to the venues and the mobility part.
Wow.
And
so that would be like getting around town
Exactly.
and public transit, stuff like that as well.
Everything
Wow, that's amazing.
that you can do as a tourist in a city, that the city basically gives you as information plus tickets, discounts, whatever else they want, including mobility. I mean, mobility is actually quite a relevant topic for
I bet.
Right now, every city, especially Europe.
And does that span like public transit, but also
Exactly.
like bike options
Correct.
and scooters and like
that's
cabs,
exactly,
everything?
That's exactly how it works.
Wow, very cool.
And then last but not least, we also have under a different brand, VoxGroup within the group, we have also an experience provider. So we are also, let's say, experience provider ourselves.
Awesome. So on the experience providing side, are you more direct to consumer then on that side of the business?
In that case, yes. So we create experiences in many places, mostly Europe, but we also have a couple that are actually quite interesting in the US, both in New York and also in the West Coast. But yes, we are actually selling those products directly.
Got it. So you're a B2B2C.
Sort of. Let's say we have distinct sub-brands within the Vox group. So we have the Vox original brand, which is more like B2B, and VoxGroup that as an experience provider creates experiences whenever it makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So Arival, first or many? I would imagine many for you.
Many. Since the very first one in Vegas.
Wow.
So I am probably one of the few.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, this is actually my first one. It's been super exciting, super informative. So what was your key motivation? I mean, obviously you're a veteran, but hopefully your agenda of what you want to accomplish changes a little bit each time you come. Like what did you hope to accomplish this year?
I mean, for me, it was more like presenting to the U.S. market, in particular, what we do as Vox, as Vox Group. So for me, it was more like networking and making sure that everyone understood clearly what we're currently doing and a few projects that we are about to launch that I think will be quite relevant for most of the big operators at least.
Okay, awesome. So let's hop into the marketing side of the conversation. You've been a veteran in the industry for many years. What is your primary marketing channel that you guys leverage? Is it event marketing, things like this, or are there other components of the marketing funnel that work well for you?
So I would say most of the marketing that we do is definitely focused on trade shows, conferences, whatever networking event we can attend that makes sense. And we are actually heavily involved in all of the biggest ones.
Got it.
Arival, but also the big trade shows like WTM, ITB, etc., etc. Maybe the difference is that there we have like big stands, stuff like that.
Sure.
On the other side, something that we are also doing on the marketing is more like CRM. Like we are actually expanding a lot into stronger CRM capabilities because there are plenty still of operators all over the world, and we work worldwide. So that are not really understanding or knowing what could be done through certain type of technologies that are available to the market, and there is still a lot of low-hanging fruits that are not really able to be taken when you are in a trade show.
Yeah.
So it's like a work that you need to do constantly, and this includes also your own customer base. We work with thousands of different partners, so,
Right.
Which is very good on the one end, but also very, very
fragmented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you need to actually keep up by informing them. You need to make sure that you have the right way of communicating in a most automated way with your CRM systems.
Yeah, what was striking to me about attending this show is the variance and scale of operators, from down, ones that are in multiple cities with large teams down to, a husband and wife SMB. And I imagine when you think about this from a global scale, it could be a one-man band that's operating something, from their phone in a country somewhere. So
absolutely.
It really
and
becomes
for us,
fragmented.
Exactly. And for us, it's even more fragmented.
Wow.
I would say, because yes, we do work with very different size of businesses. We work pretty much with everyone, like literally, like with mom and papa's type of businesses,
Yep.
and also large operators like big brands. But on the other side, we also work with many different, let's say, segments of the industry. So, for instance, we work with large tour operators that are doing more like multi-day tours in different places. So, with an operational complexity that is completely different from the tour providers that are working on day tours in a city. And we also work quite intensely with cruise lines as well.
Wow. So that's a whole nother
exactly.
space. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your event marketing strategy. It's something that was a little bit striking to me about this event is this was an experience conference with not a lot of experiences. Just a small observation as somebody from the outside coming in for the first time. 4 days, lots of time to attend amazing sessions and panels, and a lot of times to do a lot of great marketplace transactions and doing meetings with folks, etc. But I imagine this is probably one of the hardest audiences to impress when it comes to putting together a great conference, because they are experienced providers and they are ultimately CX experts in their given territory or area. What would you give advice to folks who want to make an impact in coming to a show like this when you're competing for a lot of attention and a lot of eyeballs? How do you do your work before the event happens, which I didn't do? I registered for this Monday morning at 9 a.m. But if I had a month out to plan, I probably would have done a lot more from a planning perspective, but also designing experiences, because I'm from San Diego and I have those people at my fingertips. What do you guys think about when you execute your event strategy as you come into an event like this?
So it is very different depending on the events. I would say that for the big traditional trade shows, we focus a lot on the standard big booth, with demos, maybe like some sessions during the day, presenting, or maybe drinks after the show, that sort of things, which is something that typically work quite nicely with those sort of events. With events like Arival, it is indeed something that I never really thought too much about. So it's interesting what you're saying, and maybe yes, you're right. There is a big opportunity for doing much more. And this is something that I've seen, especially in the US, with very big events like IPW, for instance. So where you have also more time to network, but like within an immersive experience offered either by some of the partners that are joining the sessions, they're joining the event, or directly by the event organizer. So maybe on that, Arival and the operators and the partners working with Arival can do definitely more. There is more opportunity for doing more, and maybe also for extending relationships to the local DMOs
Yeah.
as well.
Totally.
Like something that I work a lot with DMOs. So something that I like about DMOs is their capabilities in giving
They're
support.
tapped in.
Yeah, exactly. So that's also something that maybe as a critique Arival could do. Well, it's not a critique; it's an opportunity.
It's
for
an
the future.
opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think they took a point of view that education is the number one most important thing. The second thing is relationships. I am a believer that relationships accelerate when you do something together that you're both passionate
Totally
about.
agree.
So,
Yeah.
but aside for that, I think something that I would have done is I would have brought in travel influencers with me to shoot content and distribute. So here, I've shot 15 interviews, but I have 30,000 followers that will tune into this at some point. But if I would have brought somebody from San Diego who's a travel specific influencer that I know many live in San Diego, they could have been here and been somewhat of a hook to bring people in, but they could have been co-creating content with us and with our brand and putting it out all in real time. So we're earning share of voice around Arival and everything that's happening because we have somebody who can create really great content, put it out in real time, and also have enough audience to catch the algorithm and earn share of voice around the show. So that'd probably be the thing that I would do next time if I plan a little bit better.
That's a good suggestion.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, where can people learn more about VoxGroup? Where can people connect with you professionally if they want to partner? Tell us how folks can get in touch.
They can go to our website, which is voxtours.com, and they can get or voxcity.com if they are interested more in the tour operation, and reach out directly through the website. Otherwise, they can connect with me on LinkedIn anytime.
Beautiful. Claudia, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Dylan.
All right,
Thank you.
cheers. Safe travels home.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.